Alright, so for today's video, we're going to be doing another KBFIT 2.0 critiques Kamron Bennett. And this exercise that I'm going to be critiquing is going to be a deadlift, a regular barbell deadlift. Now, I have watched all 3 sets already, and so I already know what to expect. When it comes to my deadlifts, there's not going to be too much to critique as far as form goes. It's mostly just showing you guys how I do my deadlifts a lot differently, or I shouldn't say a lot differently, but fairly differently than a lot of people. One thing that you're going to notice, or that I'm going to point out to you, is that when I do my deadlifts, I do both overhand grip. So a lot of times, if you look at videos on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, when people do deadlifts, they usually do overhand and underhand, which means their grip is like this. One hand is up and one hand is down. And that's because you're able to lift heavier that way. I don't do that way, nor do I train my clients that way. And that's even though you are able to lift heavier with that grip, it's called the mixed grip. I don't train like that anymore because especially because of my scoliosis, it puts an uneven balance of weight distribution on your body, and so that causes more imbalances and stuff like that. And so since that's my goal, to help minimize the balances and help improve the imbalances in people's bodies, and especially my own, I don't train that way anymore. So yes, I am not able to lift as heavy as I probably could be if I were to switch my grip to mixed grip, but that's just the way that I train my deadlifts. Another thing you'll notice as well is that I have a resistance band around my waist. Now, it is a lot more impactful when I have it when I'm doing my squats versus when I'm doing my deadlift, but it just adds a little bit more resistance to my body during the deadlift, making it a little bit more challenging than it would be if I were just to do it without any resistance bands at all. I actually was thinking about it today, and I was like, man, I probably should be using a heavier band because it's gotten a little bit easier. I don't feel as much resistance with that band as I used to, so I probably should increase my my band to maybe a heavier band. I think that's all the only things to look out for. Now, I will say before we start the videos is that because I don't do the mixed grip, oftentimes my grip gives out before my body does. So when I'm doing deadlifts, a lot of times I know I could probably push out another 3-4 reps more than likely, but because my hands are slipping, especially my left hand, which has a weaker grip than my right, I have to stop the sets a lot earlier than I want to. And this goes for even other lower body exercises that I'll get into when we do more critiques on those. So with that being said, I'm going to start this video so we can look at it. Now, I will say as well, I'm going to show you all 3 sets, but there's not going to be much difference between all 3 sets. Like I said, in terms of the form, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm just going to start the video. So we'll start it now, and action. Alright, so as you see, I'm setting up. I already know my grip is going to be an issue. Keeping my back straight, trying to make sure I'm engaging all my body parts, my lats, and then boom, there you go. That's fine. It's always that first lift. Yep, so not much to critique. I'm actually fairly happy with my form when it comes to my deadlifts, but like I said, I struggle mostly with my grip, and you can see me even adjusting my grip. My hands are already slipping. The hand with my watch is my left hand, so you can see my left hand was struggling a lot through that one. One thing I guess I would critique, I will say, is the eccentric, or the way going down. I would probably want to go a little bit slower, so it's not like I'm just dropping the weight. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with that set. All right, on to set number 2, and action. Once again, trying to get my grip right, mentally preparing. Oh, it's always that first lift, right? So far, not too bad. Like I said, well, I can see my hands already adjusting already. Yep. And it's already my hands. It's already my hands that are slipping out more than my body. I'm like, come on. And it's heavy. I'm not saying that it's light. I'm just saying my hands don't have it in me. Now, before I go to the last set, one other thing I will mention is that one thing that I could do, and it's just me being stubborn, is using the straps. Now, a lot of times, I actually even have straps in my car that I don't use, and it's the straps to help you with the grip. So if I don't want to do mixed grip, what I could do is just use straps, and then, you know, you hook the straps around your wrist and then around the bar, and it helps you be able to lift when your grip isn't strong enough. But the way that I train, like, it's me being stubborn, because I more recently increased the weight of my deadlift because I wanted to push myself more, because I've been doing the same weight for a while, and I was like, you know, I can go heavier than this. I know I can go heavier than this. So I've been doing heavier weight with less reps, but because of that, like my hands just can't keep up. And so I could be using straps. I choose not to. It's me being stubborn, because I want to always just have my body lifting what my body can lift. I don't want to have straps become a crutch so that I think, oh, I can lift 300 some pounds, and then I really can't do it because if I don't have straps and my grip doesn't have the strength, then I don't have the strength. So for me, it's always a test to see how much my actual body can do, and that's just the way that I train. It is inhibiting my lower body workouts when I don't use straps because I know my body can lift more. It's just my hands can't do it. Anyways, with that being said, let's all go for this last set. And action. All right, third and final set. It's funny to see my facial expression because I already know how I'm mentally preparing. It's a love-hate relationship with deadlifts. All right. Whoa, it'll take me a while to get this one started. All right, and you can see that, I don't know if you can tell the way my body moves, I'm pushing through my legs, not using my back, using my glutes and hips to get that barbell up. Still struggling with the grip. I could already see my left hand's giving out more than my right hand. Yep, I already have to adjust. Yep, and that final one, I knew that was gonna be my final rep, so I held it as long as I could, which is probably like 1 second, and then I dropped the weight. So other than the fact that I kind of dropped the weight quicker than I would like to, and I like to go down on my eccentric a little bit slower, and that's due to my grip, I'm actually pretty happy with my form of my deadlifts. Compared to when I first was deadlifting, they were just pretty terrible. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys how I deadlift and why I deadlift the way that I deadlift versus how you'll see other people deadlifting. So hopefully that was beneficial, and so until the next time, I will see you guys in the next video.